What we tried to do in the play, because it was from Tiny Tim's point of view, was make it a little more mischievous in a kid-friendly way. So the play can be played by adults, as it was in its original production world premiere at Adventure Theater, but the play has been written specifically so it can also be played by kids and take those roles because they're iconic roles, and a high school does it. I mean, how many high schools do Christmas Carol as is? Hundreds, I imagine. And hopefully this will open the door to lots more of them doing it. You could do it with a mixture of kids and adults. You could do all kids is a really cool way to do this show, I must say. It is a children's show, but it's a children's show for adults and children. In the story, Tiny Tim is angry at Scrooge because Scrooge won't let his father come home for Christmas. So he and his best friend Charlotte, I add a female role into it that's just as strong as Tiny Tim. In my never-ending quest to add female roles to my plays in the same numbers and just as good roles, and because the theater has such a history of being such an all-male bastion, I just think it's so important to have all female, male, all races, everything. This play also can be absolutely multiracial, as it should be, because it's all about a melting pot. As you grow older, the world of London's a melting pot. So what do? They say, we're going to scare Scrooge. We're going to bring 3 ghosts. We're going to, one of us, or one of these 3 vendors on the streets, who are the other characters in the story. There are 3 vendors in London. One's a puppet seller, one is a pie seller, to eat those kinds of pies, and the other's a bookseller. And the bookseller comes up with the ideas of how to create the story. The puppet seller creates the costumes they're going to use. The pie seller is a really good actor in himself, and he plays the ghost of Marley and the ghost of Christmas Past. So they keep waking him up that night at the sound of 1, 2, 3, and they create the ghosts themselves. So it's kids play acting. And the story can be told with no set, minimal set, a few costumes, a couple puppets that you can make, because it's all happening, it's all imagination, because they're making Scrooge imagine that he is reliving his past, and through reliving his past, he has an epiphany.